So I get a lot of questions asking how dividends are paid using the Robinhood app and also when the dividends are paid. So in this video, I'm just going to address everything you guys need to know. And I'm also going to show you on my phone exactly where you can find that information regarding dividend payments inside the Robinhood app. And I also want to mention right here that we are not going to be talking about the technical stuff as it pertains to dividend dates. We are just going to be going over the basics so that you can understand what happens when you get paid a dividend and the basics as to when to expect to get paid a dividend. So basically, if you happen to be using the Robinhood app and you do get paid a dividend, just keep in mind that the way you're getting paid is exactly the same on Robinhood as it is on all the other brokerages out there because they all have to follow the exact same rules. Now, without going into a ton of detail, the way that dividends generally work is that if you own shares of a company and that company happens to pay out a dividend, as long as you own those shares when they distribute those dividends, then you'll get paid a dividend in the form of cash. Now, that cash is not going to go directly into your own bank account. It's going to go into your cash account. So in this case, it's going to go into Robinhood's cash account whenever you get paid out a dividend, and that's exactly how it works for them and everyone else. So let's pretend that you're going to receive a $20 dividend on April 15th. Well, the way it works is as soon as April 15th hits, that's going to be a trading day and that money is going to be directly deposited into your cash account. So you're going to have 20 bucks in your cash account. And at that point, you can either buy more shares with it, you can just keep it in the cash account, or you can transfer it to your bank. And those are basically the options of what you can do with that dividend as soon as it does get into your cash account. And if you do want a more automated way to take care of your dividends, Robinhood does have what's called the DRIP program, which stands for Dividend Reinvestment Program. And what this means is that as soon as you receive that dividend, that cash will go directly back into that company in the form of more shares. And because Robinhood allows you to buy fractional shares, you don't have to have enough cash to just buy one share. So for instance, if a share was $100 and you only had a $10 dividend, then that $10 can go back into that company because you can buy fractional shares. You don't have to wait until it saves up to 100 in order to buy a $100 share. So as long as you have the DRIP turned on for that specific company, then as soon as you receive a dividend, it will automatically reinvest that money on the next trading day and you don't have to do a thing. So if you want to reinvest your dividends automatically, then you are going to want to turn on the DRIP program, which I will show you guys how to do that on my phone here in just a minute. But just keep in mind that if you're not using the DRIP program, the cash is just going to sit in your account and you can either transfer it to your bank, you can just let it sit, you can buy more shares, or you can set up recurring investments if you choose to do that option as well. Now, if you're new to the Robinhood app, I do have an affiliate link in the description below where you can actually get a free random share just for signing up with them. And that share can be valued up to about 200 bucks. So definitely check them out if you have an interest. Now let's hop right on my phone and I'm going to show you guys exactly where you can find the dividend payment information inside the Robinhood app. Okay, so if you're the type of person that owns a bunch of different companies and you really don't care when you get paid dividends, then the easiest way to tell is just inside the notification box. So you see here at the bottom, you can see that there's a little dot. Usually that's going to indicate that something new is happening, and a lot of the time that happens to be a dividend. So let's click on that right now and we'll go right inside the notification. So as you can see, I did get paid a little dividend from a Vanguard ETF. If you just click inside of it, it'll tell you exactly how much you got. So when you look at the history, you can see that I made a whopping 19 cents in a dividend for owning that ETF. And then it also keeps your other history as here as well. Now, if you want to know the most that you can about dividend payments inside of Robinhood, what you're going to have to do is go inside of your account settings. So click the little person on the bottom right and we'll go right into the account settings. Now from here, you're just going to click on statements and history, and this is where we can find our dividend activity. So as you can see right here, the top 2 dividends are the ones that are actually pending. These are the ones that I will get paid. I just have to wait for those payment dates to occur. So let's just click on WMT dividend, which is Walmart, and then I'll show you guys the information that's in here. Now, as far as the information goes regarding to Robinhood and your dividends, this is the most information that you can possibly get. So right here, you have the announced date, and that was confirmed on March 19th of 2021. This is technically the record date, and that means that I owned the share when the ex-dividend date occurred. Now this stuff is kind of complicated, and I would recommend watching this other video that I have on dividend dates if you guys are confused about that kind of stuff. So basically, without getting super technical, it just means if you do see a pending dividend on Robinhood, then you will be getting paid that dividend. So if you look below the announced, you're going to see the dividend payment, and that's just going to pend until April 5th, 2021. And on that exact date, that is when I'm going to get paid the dividend, and then I can choose what to do with it. I can either transfer it to my bank or I can buy more shares with it. But like I said earlier, Robinhood is not going to do anything with that money unless you tell them to with the DRIP program. Now, if you scroll below here, you're going to see number of shares. I don't own a full share of Walmart. I just own 0.68. So that is why they pay 55 cents per share. And that's why I'm getting 37 cents, because I don't own a full share. Now that's all the deep information that Robinhood has as far as dividends go. So if you guys want to find out that information on your own, you're going to have to go elsewhere and look up those specific companies. So for instance, if you wanted to find out when Walmart was going to pay out their next dividend, you could go onto something like Yahoo Finance or NASDAQ.com. Just look up that specific company and you can find out specifics when it comes to the dividends. But on Robinhood, this is the most information that they have regarding dividends. So you do have to go elsewhere to find that information if you want to look for it. Now at this point in the video, if I have been making sense of everything, can you please comment down below and just say, I got it. That way I can tell if I've been making sense about what I'm talking about or not. Thank you very much. Now, if you want to activate the DRIP program, just go back into your settings. So click the little person in the bottom right. And then from here, just click on the tab that says investing, because this is where the DRIP is going to be. Now, once you're inside here, all you do is just scroll down until you see the one that says dividend reinvestment. Obviously right now this is disabled. And so all you have to do is just click on edit dividend reinvestment. And once you're inside here, we're just going to turn it on. And then from here, you're just going to see a list of all of the different companies you own. And at this point, you can check or uncheck any of those companies that you want the dividends to be reinvested in. So this is the easiest way to check everything. Obviously, you can go into each of those individual companies and you can manually check the DRIP program and stuff like that. But this is the easiest way to just see everything at the same time. So if you guys do want to activate the DRIP, then go in here and then you can just activate each individual company or not, based on what you want to have happen whenever you receive dividends. Because if the DRIP is activated, it's going to trade on the next day and it's going to buy more shares of that company with your dividend as soon as it can. And that's all there is to it. That's what you need to know about the dividend payments on the Robinhood app. And that's how you can tell when you're going to get paid them and how they're actually coming into your account. Now, if you just happen to find this channel, I'm Jason with Honest Finance, and I make a lot of videos on different topics that'll give your life and your finances more value. So if you do have an interest in this type of content, feel free to subscribe. But for now, I am going to leave another playlist over here with a bunch of different Robinhood videos that you guys can watch if you want to learn more about different topics in the investing side of things. But thank you for watching. Have a great day.